Hey everybody, welcome to Empower. I am your host Kim, and today we are going to further discuss mobilization. Seems to be the theme or word of focus for the month of March, International Women's Month. Women's History Month. Can I say the name right? If this is your first time watching one of these videos, welcome. If this isn't and you've been here before, welcome back. We are family now. You're welcome here. I thank each of you for clicking on the video, watching it, sharing it, liking, subscribing, all of the things. It means a lot to me because my goal with this is to empower, encourage, embolden women to agree with God about who they were created to be, and decide to step out on it. So today, our topic, let's get into it, is, let me look to my list so I can say it right, is wish versus will. And if this is your first time here and you don't know it, or you missed some videos and you don't know that I love words. And so one of the things that I tend to do in most of my videos is define what the words are that I think sometimes we may think we know, or I may find a unique definition for. So today I'm going to define wish and will. So let me look at my paper. Wish is just a hope or a desire, right? Oh, it would be nice if, oh man, I wish I could that. Or a will, which is an expression of choice, willingness, and consent. How often do we spend or waste time wishing? I wish this would have gone a different way. I wish I had more time. I wish I had already started because I'm such and such age, and I wish I had, had my children earlier or later, or I wish I had finished my degree. I wish I was better prepared. I wish I had gotten up earlier this morning. I wish I had worked out. I wish. So much of our time we can spend wishing, which for me sometimes comes from a place of regret, or sometimes a place of procrastination. We'll wish something would happen, right? I wish this would be over. I wish I could travel. I wish I could, have this amount of money. I wish I X, Y, or Z. Fill in the blank. We've all got a wish list, right? The problem with wishes is it's too passive. All that takes is thought, right? All it takes is, oh, I see something, or somebody says something, or I think of something, and now I would like to have it. That would be nice if I could do this, have this, be here. But that is where it stops. We have to do more. And it's one of the things that I say all the time is we have to put feet on our faith. It's great to be like, oh, I believe that there's, greatness in me. I believe that there's success for me to achieve. I believe that, I can do da da da. But there has to be something that comes after that, or else we'll sit here. If you watch last week's, I think this time I'm going to upload them, last week's video about getting off your rocking horse, we can stay in a place of wishing for a while, waiting for what we think we need. When the truth of the matter is, we have what we need to start. Oftentimes we're wishing for the end product, not thinking about the steps that it's going to take me to get there. It's great to wish. It's great to dream. It's great to plan. You probably shouldn't just do stuff on a whim. You probably should have some type of structural thought pattern. Maybe not as detailed as some other people, i.e. me. But that's not enough. See, we get excited. I get excited when I think of something and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to be great. And then I never do anything with it. And 6 months later, I can go back to my notebook and see that I wrote down this. And I'm like, man, what? How long ago? What? And then I look at the date because I tend to write the dates down for the things that I think about or come up with, brainstorm, whatever. And then I go back and look and I'm like, no, this is shameful. this is ridiculous. Because look at how long ago this was. Look at how far into this you could have been had you just started. Wishing doesn't progress. We don't move off of wishes alone. So we have to will something to happen, right? That means, okay, I will, right? Today, I will do X, Y, or Z. I have found for me that preparing at least the night before helps me to will it into existence. Now, there are some things when I get up in the morning, I'm like, okay, today, this is happening today. I can't take it anymore. This is, when I purged my closet, it was one of those things because I had been like, oh man, I wish my closet was, I wish I only had in there the things that I'm going to wear or that can fit now or whatever. Then the couple weeks ago, I woke up and was like, okay, today is today. I will complete this closet today. And I did complete my closet that day. So there are some times when that works, but oftentimes to prevent our proclivity to procrastinate, it's best to the night before, the week before, month before even sometimes, plan this thing out. Work it through. Be like, okay, so this is what has to happen. Because if I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. Sometimes what I do as well is I put myself out there, right? I'll say to either my sister, my mom, my dad, my husband, one of the ladies at church, this is my plan. I will do da da da. And then just because of the person that I am and the people that I choose to speak with, they'll ask me, so how did that you start? And they know that I appreciate that accountability because it's a kick in my tail to get it moving if I haven't. So sometimes that way pushes me into a will out of a wish. So there are things that you know and what works for you. Are you a person who needs that reminder? Are you a person that a to-do list works? You know what works for you. My issue with my to-do list is I tend to overload them because I've been an overachiever since I was young. I just keep adding to the list. And then I'm inundated with stuff to do. And then I feel like, man, just never mind because I'll never be able to get it done. So what I have trained myself to do is the top 2 things that I write down are the things that must be, right? And then I have the would like to's after. And that just works for me. But you know what works for you. If that isn't a suitable plan, come up with something that you know you can stick to. Parameters, accountability. That's so huge. Accountability. Even sometimes what I do is I'll set timers for certain tasks because I'm like, if I know that if I say by 10 that this has to be done and I'm looking at this reminder on my phone, I'm one of those people who cannot have any notifications on my phone. I don't like to see little icons. I can't stand if there's an email in I cannot stand it. So I know that works for me because when I look at that phone and I see that going across the front of mine, like this is happening in an hour. Oh, the vexation that I get from seeing that is so effective. So I know what works for me. So these are the things that I have to do. So I would suggest that you sit down and take a real honest look at the way that you operate. And if you're not sure, ask the people around you. They know if you tend to respond well to pressure or you don't. Everybody doesn't respond well to deadlines and timelines, and that makes them anxious and unable to think clearly or perform well. You know what works for you. So sit down and think through, when have I responded the best? When have I felt the most effective and gotten things done and felt accomplished and achieved what I set out to? And think what happened for that, and then make that a guideline. You can always update it, edit, improve on it, but we're talking about getting from wish to will. So we just got to start taking steps. We have to start taking steps, or else we will have wished our whole life away. Honestly. And I know that's not what God wants for you or me. So let's encourage each other, right? Let's check in and say, what is it that you decided to do? What is your one goal? And don't overwhelm yourself. Don't set unrealistic goals. Don't be like, okay, so I've got 7 things that I'm going to do all day, and knowing you have to go to work and you have to feed children and cook dinner, and don't overwhelm yourself. Small things, small little achievables, baby steps count. They count. So let's take some. Let's start taking them. And then pretty soon you'll have created a habit of doing it. Now you're like, okay, I can make this. I can increase. I can put a little bit more pressure. I can tighten this deadline up a little bit. You'll begin to learn the things that work for you. You'll be able to improve on them. And next thing you know, you will have gotten so much done. So stop wishing. Start doing. That's all I've got for you today. Well, that's all I'm going to talk about today. So thanks so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this episode, then feel free to go back and look at our previous episodes. I have quite a few. On Facebook, you can type in Empower, Empowher. On Instagram, give me a follow, Empower540, spelled the same way. On YouTube, like and subscribe and comment and share. Just type into the search space. It's not a box, but anyway, type in there Empowher. Pick a video, watch it. If it moves you or inspires you, if you agree, like it, send it to somebody who you think it'll help. And I would love to see you join me again. I usually upload every Monday. I am in Germany, so depending on where you live, that could look like something else. But I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Thanks.